todos, bienvenidos una vez más a The Cat Lady. Yo soy Lily Gamer y chicos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Bueno, en la última parte habíamos quedado con que tenemos que ir a conseguir ay, copas y un sacacorchos para Mitzi. Ok, vamos a entrar y vamos a darle a Mitzi las copas y el sacacorchos. Vamos a ver. Ok, dar.
I found some wine glasses.
Great. Now all we need is a corkscrew.
Perfecto, un sacacorchos, ya lo tenemos. Toma. Y dar.
There you go. Let's get that bottle opened.
A embriagarnos.
All right. That's all we need. Oh, Miss Ashworth, I really must say this before we start.
Yeah?
I promise I won't cut your throat when you're asleep.
Very funny, Mitzi.
Oh, no, I mean it.
That's fine. But just so you know, I always sleep with my eyes open.
Oh, ok. Aquí parece que vamos a tener una conversación más profunda con Mitzi después de tomarnos casi media botella de vino. Así que, Cáncer, ¿quieres hablar de eso? Oh, ya no llueve. ¿Cómo planeas encontrar a ese tipo?
Oh, it's not raining anymore.
Oh, well, I don't mind rain. Sometimes I even like it. But according to weather forecast, there's a nasty fog coming. Now that I'm actually scared of. I got lost in a fog once, when I was just 9 or 10. I remember I sat under a tree crying, thinking some monster would appear right in front of me and drag me away.
But now that you're a big girl, you know there are no monsters.
Sí, hay monstruos.
Yeah? How do you know?
Nunca he visto uno y nadie que conozca. Los únicos monstruos somos nosotros, asesinos, violadores, pirómanos. Quizás tenga razón. Creer en ellos cuando vea uno.
Maybe you're right. I will believe in them when I see one.
With this
Muy
fog
cierto.
approaching fast, you might be in luck, Miss Ashworth. I am so glad I'm not spending another night outside. I might be a big girl now, but there will always be a part of me that is frightened, I guess.
Ah, todos tenemos esa parte. Todos.
Did you know they actually have a name for it? It's called homiclophobia, fear of fog.
Interesante.
We are living in crazy times, Mitzi.
¿Y cómo planeas encontrar a ese tipo?
How are you planning to find this guy?
I don't know yet. A bit of detective work, perhaps. It shouldn't be that hard, really. There are only 8 apartments here. One is yours. That leaves us with 7. I was hoping that you could give me a hand, actually. You know some of your neighbors, don't you?
No, no somos
Not
sociables.
I never really cared about them. They changed over the years too. You probably also figured by now that this is not the sort of place where new neighbours are greeted with a freshly baked cake. You see a new face, you give them a blank stare as you pass them in the hall, and you forget about them a minute later.
That bad, eh?
Well, there's that bald guy who lives above me in flat 5. He came here recently to shout in my face. He's a nasty piece of work, but I really don't think he's the person you're looking for.
What does he do for a living?
I think he's a train driver.
I can't imagine somehow that my guy would be a train driver. Okay, that's good. Leaves us with just 6.
Perfecto, entonces hay que
Anyone else
investigar
you
un
know?
poco.
I'd have to think.
You know, maybe not tonight. Let's just talk about something else, okay? I have plenty of time. There's no need to rush this. Maybe tomorrow we could sit down together and make a plan. I could draw a simple map of the building, and with your help, mark down who lives where.
Sounds good to me, Mitzi.
Bastante bien. Y lo último.
So, the big C. Want to talk about it?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really want to tell you about it like that. put you in a very difficult position, I know.
Sí, bastante.
It's just that I was really desperate to get this room. I hope you can understand. This is the last and most important thing I must do before my time is up.
It's fine. You seem alright. It's just... I find it hard to trust people these days. Maybe it's time I opened my eyes to see others have problems too.
Sí, cierto.
Some, like yourself, even bigger than mine. What kind of cancer is it? Do you mind me asking?
Brain tumor. Her name is glioblastoma.
Uf, fuerte.
Yep, they're all girls, the way I imagine it. Just look at their names. Lymphoma, melanoma, myeloma, leukemia, sarcoma. Each of them a fucking goddess of death. Beautiful and ruthless.
You might just be right about that, Mitzi. I used to be a nurse. I know a few things about cancer. And I know glioblastoma. She's a real bitch.
Yeah, and yet she gets to be the prom queen before night ends, while I disappear down the back exit.
How long?
He said I had a year. But that was 6 months ago, so... yeah. Not awfully long.
Is there anything...
They've tried.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Me too.
so am I.
Oh, ok.
Do you want to talk about something else?
Mencionaste un novio. Cuéntame algo de él. Sí,
You
queremos saber del
mentioned the
novio.
boyfriend. Tell me something about him.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about him. Name's Jack.
Jack. No sé, Jack Skeleton.
He's dead.
Ah, la puta.
Oh.
Oh. Así como,
Miss
mierda.
Ashworth, are you sure you want to listen about my miserable life? I don't want to bring you down. These aren't happy stories.
And I'm not a happy stories kind of person. I'm sure you've noticed by now.
Guess so. Anyway, I suppose I would have had to tell you about Jack sooner or later. After all, he is the main reason I'm here. I just don't know where to start.
Ok, cuéntame cómo se conocieron, cómo se tomaron noticia de tu cáncer. Ya quiso esas imágenes en tu pared, era artista. ¿Cómo murió? De una.
How did he die? How did he die?
I'll get to that, Miss Ashworth. Let me just tell you more about him first, so you could understand what happened.
Ah, miércoles.
Jack made those pictures on your wall. Was he an artist?
He always liked all kinds of morbid stuff, whether it was music, movies, paintings. So do I, really. We had that in common, amongst other things. People say it's depressing to listen to sad songs or watch sad films, but I never felt that way.
And yet, you are scared of fog?
Oh, that's different. I might be scared of fog, but I like spiders. They're beautiful.
You must be out of your mind, Mitzi.
You know, honestly, there's a certain indescribable beauty in sadness. Just like there's beauty in the grey and ugly winter morning when you look past the obvious and notice what others can't see.
You must love my apartment then. It's like Ugly took a vacation here and never went home again.
Bueno, sí, estamos algo profundos en esta parte. Ok, veamos, cuéntame cómo se conocieron, la noticia del cáncer.
How did he take the news about your cancer?
He thought I was joking at first. He laughed. He got really angry.
Cualquiera.
I swore to him I was serious, but he still wouldn't believe me. We had a big fight that night. It was our first and only fight. It was awful. He smashed some stuff. His guitar, of all things, was the worst. He loved that guitar. Why did he break it? He was absolutely furious. He walked out on me that night, and when he came back the next day, he was different. He begged me to try surgery and chemotherapy. I didn't really want those things, but I did the chemo for him. It didn't help. It just made me feel sick all the time.
De hecho, sí, bastante
I
enfermo
felt
se
trapped
siente.
in this strange place where nothing that happened around me seemed real. Maybe that's why I didn't see what my cancer was doing to Jack, and it was destroying him as well. He changed. He became obsessed with death. It seemed death was all he ever thought about, even though it was me, not him, who was supposed to die.
How did he die? How did he die?
I'll get to that, Miss Ashworth. Let me just tell you more about him
Ay,
first,
no me va a dejar.
so you could understand what happened.
Cuéntame cómo se
Tell me how
conocieron.
you two met.
Well, we knew each other for forever. We grew up on the same street. It's funny how we seem to be made for each other. Perfect match. I always knew he was the guy for me, and I'm sure he never doubted that either. Jack was absolutely crazy about me. We thought one day we would marry, have children, be happy. I never had many friends because I had Jack. I didn't need anybody else. You know, if there's one thing I'm really grateful for in my life, it's that I got to experience this pure, perfect love. Some people go through a lifetime without knowing how it feels.
Eso es cierto, gente no
I'm very
aprovecha.
lucky. But all luck runs out sometimes.
Y listo, ¿cómo
How
murió?
did he die? How did Jack die?
It was so distant in the last few weeks before he died. What I didn't know was that he kept looking for something. I don't think he even knew what exactly. But it eventually found him. Or rather, he found him. There are those forums online, you know, about all sorts of stuff. Fishing, computer games, horses, gambling, addictions, everything really. Accidentally, Jack stumbled upon one about suicide. There's a guy there,
Mala combinación.
calls himself the Eye of Adam. He's a fucking god on that forum. It's like a failed suicide club. People mostly try to help each other and offer support. Sometimes it just helps to know there are others like you. To listen to their stories and how they cope with their lives.
Ajá.
But the Eye of Adam is an advocate of death.
O sea, todo lo contrario a lo que uno necesita.
He dwells on human weakness. His job is to plant an idea, to give them a reason to die and tell them how to do it, once and for good. Jack took the bait.
Fatal. Más en su estado.
Before he knew, he was completely brainwashed. One day he sat down with me and tried to explain his perfect solution. It was the Romeo and Juliet kind of scenario. We were both to die together in each other's arms. It was supposed to be a quick and foolproof death. There was no chance we would have been saved. All thanks to the Eye of Adam, who created a tool for perfect suicide. He told me it was very simple. All we needed were two easily accessible household chemicals, which combined together create a gas called hydrogen sulfide that kills you within a couple of minutes.
Wow.
I told him he was fucking nuts, of course. He just wouldn't give up. Reasoned with me, and he begged, and eventually just kept screaming at me. I figured it was his crazy idea of a modern romance, but it was downright tacky and just wrong. Finally, He said he would get everything ready and wait for me in our special place at dawn. 5 in the morning. Don't be late. Those were his last words he said to me. Then he stormed out. I cried for hours, thinking I didn't deserve all that from the person I loved most in the whole world. A few times I even tried to persuade myself that maybe he was right and I should do it. I just couldn't. I eventually fell asleep. I didn't plan it. My head was killing me. I was so tired.
No
I woke
llegó.
up suddenly. I could see the sun rising out my window. It was nearly 5. In utter panic, I threw myself off the bed and ran out the door. I needed to stop him. I needed to get there before it was too late.
Dios, sí, lo sabía. Era algo tan predecible.
But right there in my bedroom, before I even left,
Claro,
nobody knew it was.
súper tarde.
But what gave you an idea that you can pick the lock on my front door and just barge in uninvited?
I heard the cats. They were going crazy. It was like if all hell broke loose inside. The noise they made was incredible.